so much affected by NBA. In Lithuania, we are so much affected by EuroLeague competition, which is very different style. Because basically you don't need to play nothing because players doesn't play defense. They're always playing sack defense, away. So you need to make long distance shots. If you are coaching youth team, you might be in trouble. One of the biggest things, they come from international school, but we still have language barrier. Yes, especially if Chinese kids are in your team. So language barriers is a huge thing, and really here need to work a lot. I would say for current generation, yes. Maybe I do. So maybe stop scrolling your phone before sleep.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Basketball, Body and Mind. Today our guest is Henrikas Paulauskas, someone who has seen a basketball from almost every possible angle. And why I am saying this? Because he has been a player himself, skill development coach, assistant coach, researcher, team manager, and now he serves as a director of the Shanghai Falcons basketball club in China. So his journey started as most of your, probably all of yours, journeys, but followed not traditional path. And that's why I believe this conversation is going to be very, very valuable for all of you. Henrikas, welcome to the show.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Stanislavas. My pleasure to be here. I hope we will have a great time and great talk. And thank you for introducing me so precisely what I did in my life. And I'm ready to share something from my side. What is interesting for you guys?
Yes. Thank you. And what first is interesting for me is you started to play basketball, I believe, at young age. So shortly, how did your journey begin and how far did you go in terms of basketball?
All right. Yes, as you say, it's like a regular player in Lithuania, with growing with basketball, enjoying basketball, growing with a passion of basketball, which is an exceptional attribute in our country. And basically, I started seriously to practice second school year. Yes, on second grade. Went to sports school. At the end of sports school, I started to play for my hometown team in the third division of Lithuania. And during playing, I already started to study basketball. And these studies went quite far. At the end, I finished PhD, became researcher. Not always researched in basketball field, yes, because of certain situations which happen in life. But anyway, all my life, basketball was a main engine, my main motivation to go forward, to push forward. And now I'm somewhere in China, which I could never believe before, working in a youth basketball club as director and coach.
Before we talk about China and research academic years, why did you decide to stop playing basketball? Was it injury or like what led to that decision for you?
It was quite natural. So when I played for my hometown in that third division, so I was already studying, and I went through many motivational situations. Like I was playing with the players who played in Barcelona Olympic Games, former Žalgiris player, even had former Žalgiris assistant coach, main team. And I just saw that my career is not going well, and basically my career ended quite interesting. I was kicked out by the coach from a game, because I had argument in front of others. And I think coach did the right thing, yes, to kick me out. And later, I still wanted to play basketball, but then I saw that there is no interest, no big interest in me, like pulling back to the team, or there are no other team offers. And from that point, I just realized that I need to start to move on. And anyway, because I was studying basketball coaching, uh, it's my passion. I just set another goal to become a great coach, try to reach the highest possible level, and that's how it went.
Do you have any regrets, or would you do anything differently if you were at that pivotal point? Would you like maybe you would say, I will do something different and I will still go for that professional career?
I wouldn't say I would do something differently. I like what happened in my life, and I don't know if I would like to change something. Yes, but as a player, so you can do many things differently. What you realize later, when you start coaching, you see how players reacting in their games, game performance, how they are working, how hard they're working. So I would change a certain things. So number one thing, I would try to build my confidence, and I think still in Lithuania many players lack of confidence. Yes, and
How
and
can you
believe
build?
in themselves. Uh, Building confidence. So first of all, consistent hard work uh, and great communication with the coach.
Mhm.
I think I was lack of it because basically yes, you are communicating with the coach, but you are not opening yourself and are not telling what's happening inside, why. And I think that's one of the things which I would try to do, build that confidence, because confidence for sure comes with a repetition of the shots. You start to score, that confidence go up. But when you have some point when your shooting percentage go down, what to do, how to react. So this is definitely one of the things every young player should ask for the coach as advice. Be open and try to how to say reflect yourself. How do you feel after successful game, unsuccessful game? How your teammates react, how you guys support each other. So this is the things. And before, for sure, it was not. I was living in that time when all these technologies are not so well developed.
Yes.
So video analysis, let's say, watching your own game tape, analyzing with a coach was not that popular that time. It just started, so that's why I even though have some kind of highlights, how I'm playing my games. So this is really one of the things which each player should do. Make the video even if they practice alone and see what they do wrong, how the shooting technique is going, and just try to analyze and ask coaches what to do, how to correct certain things to make yourself better.
Yes. It's sad that we understand that at, you know, being 30 or older or older or after we finish our careers. I mean, I did not have that, but I have this experience in different um, let's say circumstances that I was not trying to be professional basketball player, but it's sad that we only think about that when we get older. Like sleep more, analyze your
Yes,
game.
I very agree, and I can tell one thing. I realized many things when I started to study basketball coaching. I realized that I don't have still a lot of knowledge about basketball. Yes, so basically, when I started to study at university, that time Lithuanian Academy of Physical Education, current LSU, I was thinking, that coaches didn't give me enough knowledge, about it. But later, when I started to be a coach, I realized how many players doesn't focus on what you are teaching. Yes. really doesn't focus. They basically want to play, which is also a very important aspect. Yes, you need to play and enjoy the sport, but if you want to reach the highest level, you really need to be like a sponge, to get all the information coach is giving to you and believe them completely. Yes, believe in their system, accept your role in the team. That's one of the things which I realized why I cannot get in the highest level. I don't have enough knowledge, but I'm not blaming coaches. Very likely, very likely it was me who cannot absorb that information. And for young player, if he wanna go to the next level, it's one of the main things. I'm also talking with my players a lot about it, that focusing on what you are working on is very, very important. This distraction, for sure you want to talk with your friend, yes, or you just don't accept something from coach side, and for sure you are probably not telling that. These things are limiting you, yes, so you need to do your best to be focused, work hard, consistently. Basketball, very difficult sports, need many years, a lot of patience, perseverance, and that's how you can become a great player. So when you see Luka Doncic or whatever player who are 17 years old already playing in
In
Eurobasket
EuroLeague,
and winning
yes.
Eurobasket, you think, yes, he's probably talented player, yes, but also very likely he put so much effort and work and focus on what he's doing.
Yes. The only issue that I would have with this is that sometimes, maybe I would say less than more often, but still I can hear that coaches are a little bit old school, and kids, they watch maybe so many reels and short videos, and they understand maybe some of the things of the basketball, or how to, or maybe they had a coach in the summer, maybe they went to the camp and they had very good coach, and then they came back to their team and the coach is not coaching well, and they cannot believe in coach, what a coach is saying. So then they have a conflict with the coach, and the player is benched. So how, like, I don't know the answer, but how would you approach if you were a kid in that circumstance who wants to go pro? How would you approach situation like this?
Yes, you mean if I am a kid now with all that knowledge I have, so I would approach very differently. That's a big problem in the current youth basketball, especially here in China. China, let's say, is so much affected by NBA. In Lithuania, we are so much affected by EuroLeague competition, which is very different style of play. And yes, now world globalized, you can find many videos how to practice, how to do things, and you can very easily think, oh, this coach doesn't teach me this coach doesn't teach me this. But very likely what's happening is some kids, I have some kids who can do some crazy move, yes,
Hmm.
shoot, let's say, uh, floater shots, shoot after spin, but they cannot score a simple layup.
Yes.
And because they just watch these videos, practice, yes, you can do it. But basic basketball fundamentals, and if you wanna be successful player, starts from very, very simple things when you are young. Catch ball two hands, control ball well, make good passes, score these layups, score after pivot, yes, rebounding, running fast, understanding transition to offense to defense. All of these small things. And then when coach feel that you are ready, every coach will put something additional and additional and additional, which will go to these difficult techniques which NBA players use. Yes, if you are
Hmm.
skipping certain thing, I don't think you can be successful. And that becomes probably a conflict. As you say, some coaches looks very conservative, yes, very old school, but it doesn't
Hmm.
mean that they are old school. Maybe you are still not ready for that level.
For that.
Yes? Yeah. So
Hmm.
I don't want to judge coaches. I don't want to judge players. Yes, it can be. It's a very personal, individual situation. But from my point of view, yes, I don't want to blame coaches. And
Hmm.
even in my team, yes, when you build a team, you need to many important things to talk just about team, each other support, yes, how to understand the role, being bench player, main player, what to do when you are not successful, yes, when we can build up certain things like make more difficult skills or tactics. So when you are communicating, so kids understand better, then you can expect that the results will go up. And
Okay. Did you
yeah,
learn
that's the
this
main things.
from your academic? Sorry to interrupt, but did you
Mhm.
learn this from academic experience, like when you were researching, and what you were researching? That like, is it what you were researching in university?
I cannot say I learned that from academic experience. I mean, if we are talking about progression, how to build skills, yes, certain tactics. So for sure, I learned from the studying basketball coaching, and the research and studies are super closely related. Yes, but a lot of things you learn through experience, and the more diverse environment you have as a coach, in my belief, and you experience different basketball levels, better you can understand how players' development works, and that's why I'm really happy that even I came to China. Yes, it's very different environment, very different life here, very different culture, different communication you need to apply. So I would say it's both, the knowledge and experience is the things which can make you successful.
Is there anything when you think about science or maybe something that you have done that would be useful to know for basketball players? That maybe something they are not aware, as you said, like maybe teaching progressions or some statistics or anything.
There are a lot of things it's very hard to talk because I went through physiological side, of the sport, then went through basketball research, and I can say that, let's say, as a coach, I can apply a lot. For being
Hmm.
a player, when you're a player, basically you just enjoy basketball. That's why I'm saying coaches has a lot of knowledge, and you need to trust them. If you don't
Hmm.
trust the coach, you will be in trouble. As a coach, I can say many things what I applied through the research. Yes.
Yes.
So first of all is training load management. Yes. Training planning. Then from physiological side, what things happen when you warm up? Yes, how neuromuscular function working, how cognitive
Hmm.
function working, what's happening in fatigue stage, how you need to manage substitutions and why you need to do that. So all of these things, it's for me, I'm really blessed that with this passion with basketball, I went through these different areas, which I believe it will help in my future career and helping me now. So I can see many things from different angles because when you are working in the team now, especially professional team, you need to work with strength and conditioning coach. Maybe you need to work with psychologist, maybe team doctor. Yes, and when you have certain knowledge and you need to be a team, it's a bit easier if you realize a coach or team manager having this knowledge. Yes, so you can
Hmm.
understand that importance.
Yes, yes. And do you think that more that it helped you, but do you think that more coaches would need to have this understanding, academic understanding of the game?
We are discussing these things. Uh, I remember a talk from under 20 national team last summer
Mm-hmm.
with Vytautas. We were walking by the sea and talking,
Mm-hmm.
about different style of plays, and we say, American players, they just play kind of free game. Yes, they are super athletic. Coaches doesn't put so much emphasis on these scientific things, and European coaches is more like scientists, and
Mm-hmm.
it's a clear reasons why it's like that. Number one thing, because before I had experience to work in Lithuanian Basketball Coaches Association, and I was responsible for coaching licenses. Also, here I'm hiring coaches for Shanghai Falcons, for Beijing Falcons, interviewing them. So what you see that, let's say, in United States, coaches are uh, managers, businessmen. They are not studied so deep that sports most of the
Mm-hmm.
time. Yes, sports is going up from the experience. They were players in NCAA, wherever high school. Then they're going up, getting job, applying their coach knowledge. So very different approach. Let's say in Europe, you are studying either physical education or you are getting specific education for the coaching. Yeah, so you are go through so much so much knowledge, and that's very different approach, and it's interesting because kind of both approaches are successful. Yes, in Asia, it's hard to say because I was never in university system here, but definitely knowledge is one of the things which they are lacking. That's why there are a lot of opportunities to work in Asia for people from Europe. Yes, because of the knowledge you have, because of experience you have, of basketball culture you have. So yes, this is very
Yes.
different things comes up to that place.
Yes, it's what I believe. Maybe academic, let's say, degree is not mandatory. This is, I believe. But what you really need is you need education. You either have to
Exactly.
attend the courses, you have to know how to teach. You need to understand how, as you said, like the progression that the coaches would not start something that has worked for them to 20, 30, 40 years ago, that they would not give that right now to the kids, because science probably has proven that some things, teaching, skill development, the game itself has changed. So those education courses or something like this would be very, very beneficial in order to get off that, let's call it old school mentality coaching.
Yeah, we have saying in Lithuania, you don't need to bring knowledge on your back.
Hmm.
Yes, it doesn't mean that everyone need to finish PhD to be a great coach. For sure, no.
Exactly.
Bachelor is more than enough. But that knowledge, like seminars, yes, going, traveling different countries, seeing different style of gameplay, it's really add a big value. Yes, understanding different cultures that certain people you need to approach one way, certain people another way. Yeah, definitely it's extraordinary important.
Yes. And when you observe youth players, you have seen in Lithuania, you have seen in China, but when you observe young players as a coach or as director, what do you wish they would understand better about professionalism? Like you were saying that at the beginning, that you wish that you maybe did something different. So what would you like them to understand what professionalism is really?
Number one is discipline, and this is what really hard to implement in China. In Lithuania, it's so much easier, and that's the main difference. Let's say I worked 3 years in Beijing, now it's 2 years in Shanghai. It's like 30 million people cities. So they most of the time they are late. Parents
Mm.
also put them into many activities, not only playing basketball. Basketball probably not the first important. So that discipline, not being late, giving your full efforts, it's a basic thing. Yes, and pushing forward always, no matter what. Believe yourself, push forward. Yes, it starts from very simple things like that, and only later you can think about, okay, what is about technique, about these things. Yes, and understanding of the game. Very good example. Let's say I come to work in China. I was coaching in amateur level, but amateur level is super high level in Lithuania. Uh,
Hmm.
so you want to use certain tactics, for example. Simple plays, yes, like a horns play, with certain situations. You try here, it doesn't work. Because basically you don't need to play nothing because players doesn't play defense. They're always playing sack defense, away. So you need to make long distance shots. If you are coaching youth team, you might be in trouble. Then you need to find some kind of set play how to finish under the rim. When everyone is packing almost the lane, like playing like a zone. And here is that we can find many youth teams and many youth coaches who are using zone. Yes, they can win, but does it help for development as a basketball country? I don't think so. Let's say now I'm coaching a high school team, and in high school division for me it's sad that I always need to play against 2-3 zone. Yes, no man-to-man defense. So you cannot work on these fundamental things like defending one-on-one, yes, defending screens, going over unders, hedging, whatever, help rotations. They just back, yes, and then you have trouble if you don't have players who can shoot. And here, let's say in China, we have a problem that players practicing too less. Yes, so
Hmm.
so you cannot, I can say, you cannot enjoy that game that much like you really can enjoy in Europe, and that's a issue for China. For Lithuania, as I'm saying, we have top basketball school. That's probably why I'm here, and I'm having great position. And also going out of Lithuania gave me that confidence, which I was lacking, as I'm saying, as a player. Yes, I understood how confidence is important. Yes, also I understood how well my coaches prepared me. Yes, and how good is the Lithuanian basketball school, especially looking at IQ side, because in China, coaches can make amazing skills players, like NBA players, 12 years old, who can do
Hmm.
almost everything what NBA players do. But later, because of the huge society, the system, competition, it happens that, yes, they are not successful at the end in the world level.
So it would be the discipline, the hard work and understanding the game itself, like what type of defense you need to use. Like, first of all, you have to understand, you have to know theoretically, but then practically to implement it fast, what type of defense to use for certain situations. So these would be something probably that instead of thinking about Instagram reel, some kind of like a dribbling sequence, think about these things.
Yeah, one of the things I can mention, basically all these tactics coach will decide, but the more diverse player you are, the better you are, the better chances you have, especially in current basketball. I had the situations when I get news from my operation manager that I say, why this guy is not coming to practice? Coach, he told me that he doesn't like to play in position 3. Then I invite him and I say, why you don't like to play in position 3? And why you don't tell me, but you are telling operation manager? I'm your
Hmm.
coach. I'm open always to communicate. We need to help each other. And then I started to ask questions. What do you want to do in a game? Coach, I want more to shoot 3 pointers. I say, come on, man, position 3. He has to shoot 3 pointers. Yeah, I want more to rebound ball. This is exactly what position 3 has to do. One
Yes.
of the guys who helping for position 4, 5 to rebound ball. And kids sometimes have very different understanding. And after you talk with them, they open up their minds. And later that player started to play amazing. This year went to play in some high school level in US. So that's how it is. So as I'm saying, believing to your coach and trying to do. Don't think that you are smartest guy and you know everything. So this is number one what every player has to remove. Don't think you are smartest guy. Be humble. Work hard. Listen what coach is saying. Trust all the club system, whatever level you are.
Yes. It's hard to trust, like not to trust. It's hard to make yourself trust if you maybe don't believe in the coach and you're like, how can I trust coach if I don't believe his system works? You know? So
Yeah,
this is the
exactly.
issue that
So
I see and hear that some teenagers could say in Lithuania.
yeah, so from coaching side also we need more probably to emphasize that uh, that we need to really talk a lot with the players. Players has to give us
Hmm.
a lot of feedback. So then in that case we both can be successful. Yes,
Yes.
we both as player and coach and talk together with the team, because without team play we can say anything, we have for sure these players who are super strong individually, but at the end, when it comes to championships, without team play, bonding, and having that chemistry and community around you, even fans, parents who support you, you cannot make a big things.
Yes. 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 Good points. And uh, this is out of the blue, but you are in China. Uh, do you have any, let's say, international players coming? Because many people now are going to Japan to play, to coach, or to China also. Do you have any youth players coming to China to train international players?
Yes, so first of all, Falcons Basketball Club, one of the main targets are players from international schools, which means they are coming from international community. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
it can be someone coming from German, someone coming from United States, even because parents
Mm-hmm.
move to work here, and
Mm-hmm.
then it happens that says comes to our club. Yes, so we have various players from different countries, and
Mm-hmm.
that's also good because I can say for me, because I'm European in a simple way. So you realize that it's much easier to communicate with the kid from Europe than with the kid from China. Yes, because language, even we speak English, yes. Anyway, that cultural language barrier exists, yes. So that's why I started maybe second year a little bit to push more to speak in Chinese during practice, to say very simple things
Mm-hmm.
like passing, shooting, fake move, running, and I saw that it really helps, and kids also open up more because anyway one of the biggest things, they come from international school but we still have language barrier, yes, especially
Mm-hmm.
if Chinese kids are in your team. So language barriers is a huge thing, and really here need to work a lot with that.
Yeah, so I see it's more that parents would be moving to China, let's say, and they're bringing their kids together with them, and then those kids. But specifically for basketball, there are
Mhm.
no often that, or there are no stories that kids would travel there.
For basketball, it happens. We had even Falcons had scholarship in one kid was studying in Taipei, and he's from Serbia. I know we provided scholarship, and later he tried to open that professional career, but it didn't happen because it's simple. In youth basketball, it's like this: 0.0 something probably will be a basketball player. Yes, so you are not concentrating on that. Yes, if you see some
Yes.
talent, you try to do everything to make that kid succeed in basketball. But basically, you are teaching them for life,
Hmm.
So implementing some values, hard work, discipline, teamwork, communication, and these things gives you a lot in life, connections, other things. So it's really gives a lot.
Yes. Okay, before we move to the last part, I still have one more question for you, but it seems that what you are talking and how your career developed, you're still doing that with passion for basketball that you had when you were younger. As you said in the messages, we are still young. We're still very young. So I said
Yes.
only, we said only in the hearts. But when you were young, you were still, you had that passion and you're having that passion right now. So do you think that it turned out, it seems like it is, but I still want to ask you, but do you feel that even though you chose not to go to play professionally, but it still turned out very well for you?
Uh, I'm not feeling that I'm so successful. My goals are bigger, and I'm still dreaming, and this is what pushing me forward. I think you end everything when you finish dreaming and pushing yourself
Yes.
forward. But just in my life, I had like a few situations who really motivated me because I just become a basketball lover. So. Number one, I started to play from second school year, yes. But
Mm-hmm.
what really motivated me is like 1999 Žalgiris winning EuroLeague, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Then at university, when I started to study, as I mentioned, I played with the players from former Žalgiris players, former Barcelona Olympic Games players, and who bring me so much what motivation. They taught me a lot of things on a court,
Mm-hmm.
motivated a lot. Then I started to volunteer in Lithuanian Basketball Coaches Association, and I got invitation to work that time as a driver in 2011 Eurobasket. Man,
Yes.
I lived the best ever 18 days in my life. I got 1 year old car. I'm driver of very famous people like German Federation president, some Nike
Yes.
representative in Northeast Europe, then some golf businessmen. I'm going watching all the games, I am there these days. And I'm thinking, man, even I'm not a player, I wanna be there, as a
Yes.
coach, as a manager, I don't care, but I really want to make it there, because I was really so much enjoying. So this is one of the main motivations, But
Yes.
for sure, main motivation you need to love the sport and believe, keep pushing forward. And China was also opportunity which came just from my volunteering.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to be active. Yes, you need to be eager to gain knowledge, and that's how it comes up. Success will come. You just need to believe and work hard.
Yes, yes, very. We can see the passion that you have when you are sharing these stories, and the passion definitely stayed. So now let's move to the last part. I have fairly short questions, but your answers can be as long or as short as you wish. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, so what is the weirdest thing you have eaten in China?
Oh, I ate many weird things and restaurants and trying new foods. One of my favorite activities here during my free time. Yes, and lamb barbecued I think it's one of the top top foods I tried, and it was quite good, And yes, you are scared to try, but when you try, man, it's good. It's okay. It's delicious.
Unfortunately, it tasted good, so you might try it again.
Yeah. Ah,
Uh, a basketball book or resource that you could recommend for you for senior basketball player.
yeah, it's very hard, I now it's even not a books are popular to watch, yes, but books are definitely the things you need to do. Let's say for my personal experience, my like Stanislavas Tonkus Krepšinis. This is like a
Hmm.
Bible of Lithuanian basketball. So if you are
Yes.
coach, young coach, probably you need to read it and see how everything is developing. Yes, but you need to read many famous people books, famous players books, famous coaches. Yes, and this can really bring some motivation. Also show some different side of that life. Yes, I remember audio books I started to listen. I listened that book about Žalgiris and Vladimiras Romanovas, like
Hmm.
I'm a miracle you didn't recognize something like this name. So
Yes, yes, yes.
yes, and oh my God, it provides so crazy stories how everything going, and what can happen in a team. So yeah, so just try to read as much as you can.
Yes, 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 yes. To put those Kobe's, Steph Curry's, LeBron's, and
Yeah,
other type of players or managers' thoughts in your
players and
head.
coaches
Uh,
also. Yeah.
yes, yes, exactly. In your opinion, if a player wants to play professionally, what is the first thing, in your opinion, that they need to stop doing? Stop doing. Is there anything that comes to your mind?
I would say for current, yes, for current
Yes.
generation, maybe I do. So maybe stop scrolling your phone before sleep. Yes, because it disturb your sleep, and sleep is one of the same things for recovery. And try to eat healthy as possible. Yes. So this is
Hmm.
mainly, probably I would say two things: good sleep and good nutrition.
Yes, yes,
Other
100%
things,
agree.
hard work, and
Yes.
how it is.
Yes, yes, 100% agree. And last question is, what is the most surprising thing about working in China? So this, I would like to be like basketball related.
Most surprising thing. So, big surprise was you come in our club. There are refrigerator with Gatorade with some soft drinks.
Hmm.
Which comes up to that point that here basketball is business, especially in the company where I'm working. Yes, so then you have kind of distraction, but look, it's not good for kids, it's not good for their health. So I even did some educational lessons for parents, and players here, that okay, we have it here, we have in shops, but maybe you shouldn't use it. So
Hmm.
that's one of the weirdest thing. And another weird thing was one crazy story is like one grandpa coming to the game, he walk all over the court, sit on a player's bench. And my coach colleague from Serbia say, Henrikas, can you tell your staff that he cannot sit here? So there are a lot of these kind of crazy stories, which yeah, which happen here. I'm not saying it's very very often, but like parents bringing banana to the kid in the middle of the game. And I have big package. I'm 5 years here.
Yes, 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 yes. I mean, parents care. That's why they bring banana and they don't think about anything else. Now, I will
True.
summarize as I always do. I will summarize in three takeaways that I took from this our conversation. And first thing that is definitely that in order to be successful, you need to build the habits that will build your confidence. And as you said, you can build your confidence with repetitions. As Chris Paul said on one of the podcasts, he said that repetitions removes doubt. So if you have doubts, just do more repetitions.
Yeah,
Next
very nice
thing
quote.
that Yes, I 100% agree. Next thing is what you said. In order to maximize your chances, you also need to have two things. You need to have the discipline and the hard work. Discipline for showing up early, doing the work, and believing day in, day out, believing in what you do. And lastly, that I believe is that theme kind of this conversation, and you are the example of that, that success can come in different forms that we don't even know. At first, you thought that your success is playing professionally basketball. But right now, the success came in different form. And as you said, like when you were driving in 2011, those people, you're like, I'm the happiest person ever. So these would be my three takeaways.
Nice, nice. Thank you for summarizing it so nice. Thank you for having me. I hope we will find some audience who will be interested to listen. And thank you for your also hard work with me.
And it's a pleasure. Thank you, Henrikas, for you and sharing from your, let's say, basketball career all the way to the China. But if someone would like to learn more about your work or follow your journey, what would be the best way to reach you?
Yeah, you can reach me in multiple social networks like LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook. Just yes, if you have any questions, you are a young player or coach or some person who already in a late stage of your coaching, but you are still interested to come to China. What's your chances to come here? So you can always contact me and we can communicate. Just we need to plan time, and I'm very
Yes.
open to all the questions.
Perfect. And for everyone else, thank you for listening. Don't forget to subscribe and share this episode. That is the best way to support us. But for now, keep training basketball, body, and mind.